Hey everyone, it's Holly with WeLoveCatsAndKittens.com, and today we're going to be looking at an automatic pet feeder from Petlibro. We'll talk about some really cool features it has, plus some potential cons, so stick around to see if this feeder is right for you. Some key features this thing has: portion control. You can schedule feedings. There's a little desiccant on the inside of the lid to prevent the food from getting stale. You can record voice messages up to 10 seconds long. You can control it remotely from the app, and it can either be plugged in or run on batteries. The batteries are not included, and it takes 3 alkaline Ds. It comes out in pretty small portions, 10 grams. Pretty small. It's not a lot of food, but it can dispense multiple portions at once, and you can schedule as many feedings as you want throughout the day. Press the lock icon on the machine, hold it down for 5 seconds to unlock the panel of controls, and then you can manually feed them. You don't have to schedule it from your phone. You could just manually dispense a portion or however many portions you have it set up to dispense, and that would be the second button from the lock. On the other side, you have the microphone. That's what you use to record yourself, and you have to get like really close to it or you won't be able to hear it at all. It lets you know when you're out of food, if it's having connection issues with your Wi-Fi. It sends you a notification to your phone when you need to refill. Pretty cool little contraption. This thing holds 5 liters of food, which is a lot. The lid locks, so you line up the lines and then you twist it and it locks. I didn't realize that at first, so I was wondering why it was going on crooked and wouldn't go all the way on, and that is my own user error. So the lid is great because it locks. You just have to know how to unlock it and lock it. Apparently this is an upgraded feature from previous models of pet feeders from this company. The lid did not lock. Users complained about their cats knocking it over and getting into the bin and like grabbing the food out, and now, I mean, I can barely get into it, so there's no way your cats can. It seems to have unlimited feeding schedules. You can schedule feedings every hour if you want. So the price of this feeder is $89.99 on their website. On Amazon, it's $95.99. I would get it from the website. Some pros: the tight lid locking. If this thing were to like fall over or something, your cats cannot get into that big part. Has a very large capacity. It's also pretty easy to set up and pretty straightforward. Now for the cons. I tried the voice recording. I didn't know what to say. I just said my cat's name like I was calling him for dinner. And when you play it back, the recording is pretty quiet and muffled. Meister! In my opinion. They know when it dispenses food because they hear the machine itself dispensing food, but I don't think they can actually hear the voice message because the machine dispensing is louder than the recording anyway. So they're going to hear that and they're gonna associate that sound with food as opposed to like a super quiet, muffled recording of your voice. I called Meister, not Bane. It just kind of seems like not the most useful feature, and I don't really see a need for the voice recording. So I think in previous models who were able to silence the voice recording at night, not that they're loud enough to wake you up, the machine itself is louder. Maybe that's why they took it away, because it doesn't seem like you can disable it at any time. I think you can delete it, or you would just record over it. You can't have multiple recordings. Like if you record again, it's gonna record right over the last recording. The large capacity, it's a pro and it could be a con, because depending on the frequency that you feed your cat, the food could go stale over time. Just depends on like your cats or how many cats you have, how often they eat, and all that stuff. We have 4 cats in the house and they all eat from it, and so sometimes our scheduled feedings aren't even enough. I mean, that thing drains pretty quickly because my cats eat a lot and we have a lot of cats. Apparently this version requires an iPhone 10 or over, or an Android 5.0 or later, in order to like set up the app on your phone and be able to control it remotely. I mean, if you have an old phone, then that could be a problem. So those are some cons. My cats got used to it right away, especially Bean. And now Bean comes running every time he hears the thing dispense food. They seem to love it. And I do like that you can schedule feedings and you're gone, you're at work or something, and you're worried that, like, what if my cats run out of food? You don't have to worry with this, which is really nice. Before we get to final thoughts, like this video if you've gotten value from it so far. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Final thoughts, my cats love it. They started using it right away. I don't see any like deal breakers with this thing. I think it works great. I haven't had any issues with it so far, and I think I've been using it for about a month now. It is a little pricey. That could be an issue for some. I understand that. I think it's worth it if you think about it as an investment in your cat. We spend a lot on our cats anyway. I think this is really useful. You don't have to worry about them running out of food at night because you can actually set it to dispense in the middle of the night. I have it set up for like 1 a.m. and it dispenses 2 portions because at first I had it just dispense 1, then by morning it was gone. They're munching at night. It helps to not have to think about things like that. So overall, I really like it. I like it a lot. It's really great. Let us know in the comments if this was helpful. Again, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review.